This is a quick video on 6 questions cleaning services should ask when considering if they should use a chatbot or a chat box on their website. And my name is Shane Dubell, and our company is methodcleanbiz.com. And you can visit our website. We have tons of free resources and videos, free PDFs, calculators, etc. And today the topic we're talking about that's becoming pretty popular is putting a chat bot or a chat box on your website. So when clients or prospects, leads visit your website, that they can communicate with you in real time. Because a lot of times when people visit your website, they have a quick question. So that's the point of it. And these are 6 questions to consider. And what I ended up doing and what I recommend to anyone else for when doing anything when it comes to digital marketing is the first step is to test and then optimize. And I'm just going to go to our website real quick, and you can see down here I have one. The big thing is I tested it and then I optimized the results. And what that means is that I looked at some of these questions. Well, we have hundreds of pages on our website, but what I found is it wasn't effective on every single page. Some pages, it actually had a negative impact, that the amount of time that people spent on the page actually went down because people found it annoying. But then there was other pages where it actually helped because people were looking for answers. They had a quick question. So that's what I am recommending to do, and that's what this video is all about. Is when considering using a chatbot, the question isn't if you should or if you shouldn't. Nowadays, almost everybody should. It's more the question of, well, how much should I use it? How much effort do I want to put into this? What am I getting out of this? And those are kind of some of the questions we're going to go over. So after testing, what are some of the questions that we want to learn about? And this is what marketing tactics are all about, is learning about our clients. We don't want to go out and say we know everything. Marketing is the opposite. That we want to learn more about people, and we want to learn more about the people who buy from us more than anything. So the first question was, what pages do people actually use it on? And what I was trying to show on our website is I found that out of our couple hundred pages, people didn't use the chatbot equally. They used it on some pages, but not all of them. So that was the first question, is do people actually use it? And if not, well, then I'm going to take it off and I'm going to look for another tool. Does the chat impact the amount of time people visit? This is a big deal with websites, is when people visit your website, the longer they stay, the better. It's better for SEO. It's better to get engagement, all that fun stuff. So the longer people stay, the better. It is generally, not always, but generally that's the goal. Now, does it have an impact on visiting? That was one of the questions. And I found that on some pages, it actually reduced the amount of time people spent because people found it annoying. They were trying to focus on the content, and then the chat bot popped up, and they were like, get out of my way, I'm out of here. So that can be where it can work against you. But this is something that you have to test, because that didn't happen on every page. Does it have an impact on sales and leads? This was another thing I looked at is, well, for the pages I used it on, did sales go up? Did sales go down? Did I generate more qualified leads from any of these pages? And that's what led me to decide what pages to keep it on and what pages not. Because at the end of the day, this is what's important to us, is sales and leads. Where the amount of time visiting, that's kind of more like a leading indicator, and that leads to more sales and leads long term, but not in the moment. So the next question is, well, AI is becoming super popular now, and should you use a live person or use some kind of AI robot in order to answer people's questions? And one of the big questions to ask is if you should use a live person or AI or chat in general is it in harmony with your brand? And, in marketing, there's this fancy word called congruence, and that's all that means is when we make a decision, is it in harmony with our brand? And what that can mean is, let's say, for example, that your brand is about personalized service. Well, it's hard to be personal. Well, it's hard to say that you're about personalized service and then turn around and use a robot. So that wouldn't be in harmony. In that, if that was your value proposition, if that's what your brand was personal service. So that's what we mean with in harmony with your brand. And the next, one of the biggest challenges is going to be, well, how to personalize it. Because once people start to realize it's a robot, they might not like it too much. And some people do, but some people do. So I'm not going to judge one way or another. I think it's something that you have to test. Some people might even prefer dealing with robot because they don't want to deal with people. But a big question is always about, well, how do I personalize it more? And not just have a stock photo, but how to use your photo or the photo of the person. If it's going to be a live operator, a photo of that person with their real name so they can answer it. What I ended up doing is using my photo, and then this goes right to me. So I personally ask the questions or answer any of the questions myself, and I don't use a robot. Now, in the future, I might test it out and find out if there are some questions that I can answer with a robot. But for right now, it doesn't match up with my brand. I want people to ask me questions about specific topics. Usually I can then point them in the right direction, and that's how it is congruent with what we're trying to do. So this was just a quick little video on should cleaning services use a website chatbot, a chat box, and what are some of the questions to consider.